What's going on, my YouTuber subscribers, horror fans alike? Hope you guys are having a great start to your weekend, because we got the second of 2 new movies coming out this weekend, and it is the newest horror movie brought to us by Lionsgate, and that is The Strangers Chapter 1. Just got back from seeing the movie. And is it good? Well, is this movie good? No, it's not. Now, I'm saying this as a horror fan and also kind of just like a movie fan. I'm kind of just like, even if you're a movie fan, you'll kind of watch this and be like, it's kind of boring. As a horror fan, you're going to be like, this is literally like the first Strangers movie way back when, so why are they making a new one? I will say this, my personal opinion is this movie takes the award for the most stupidest white people in a horror movie. I said it. Cancel me if you want to. I'm just saying, like, the decisions these white people make, yeah, they're white. Hey, okay, if they were black people, they wouldn't make decisions. I'm just saying. But the decisions the white people made in this movie are just so, like, stupid and unbelievably, like, dumb that it's just, like, when it's all over, I'm just kind of just like, just kill them. I don't care if they die or not. Just go show you how much investment I had in this movie. Like I said, does it have creepy aspects in it? There's a couple of creepy things in it, but again, it's kind of like nothing you haven't seen before. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Look at the pros and cons why I believe that The Strangers Chapter 1 is officially in theaters tomorrow. I'm going to tell you why you don't need to see this movie. Just wait till it streams on HBO Max in like 2 weeks. Here's why. I think in the movie, we only have 2 people we're following, and the actors, I literally just let up the one girl's name, and I forgot it that fast. I'm just like, her character was just, she was naive. Boyfriend too, I liked him in like the first 15 minutes of the movie. He was kind of like a snarky asshole, and I like snarky assholes. Those are my people. But then he started made a bad decision. I was just like, oh, I don't care if you're dead. Acting in the movie was just passable. As far as like the creeps, the strangers themselves, they didn't do much. They would just like, you know, just show up here, there, because they got slasher, killer, teleport powers and shit like Jason. I will say, like, suspend your disbelief when you go to this movie, because it's like, I think these people are like borderline supernatural. Who knew? Hey, plot the movie. Stop me if you heard this plot before. You got 2 couples, boyfriend, girlfriend, want to get married, stuff like that. They're driving, you know, traveling the world and shit, and oh, let's go through this, you know, rickety back of the woods town and shit, and we do that, and you know, some strange town folks give it the evil eye and whatnot. Oh, then we got car trouble, so can't leave the town until the next day, so now let's go to this rickety ass cabin in the woods and shit. Nothing weird's gonna happen, right? Until weird things start happening, and then the strangers show up. And then it's Bad News Bears. That's it. That's the movie. Okay, approach the movie. How's the horror in it? I'll say the horror aspects, it's a mixed bag. I will say, like, when the horror is kind of effective-ish, it's kind of just like, okay, you know, it's like, creepy things kind of happening, kind of looking around, stuff like that, you know, creepy atmosphere, you know, they're looking out in the 100-acre woods and shit, it looks all dark, creepy. Some moments where it's like, oh, the strangers are in the house and shit, and it's like, oh, man, so this is, what's gonna happen? I don't know, you know, your anxiety kind of ramps up a bit until you kind of, like, start pulling yourself out of it. You're just kind of like, yeah, they're in the house, but nothing's really happening. They're just kind of walking around in their mass. Not doing much. Even the point when the shit hits the fan and the strangers, you know, get in the house, get to jump on 2 people, it is kind of just like, they're just trying to escape them, just invading them, so you're just kind of just watching 2 people just run through the woods, run out of the house, run away, and the strangers are just, you know, not doing anything, just being creeps. And that aspect is kind of just like, it's kind of slow, it's kind of boring. Let me get into the cons. Let me say this, like I said, the decision these people make, I know it's a horror movie, so I know sometimes movies got a movie, but the people in this movie are just so dumb. It's stuck. Here's some examples. I got receipts. There was literally a moment in the movie where the guy had a shotgun to one of the crazy strangers' faces and shit. She's all like, and he literally just starts monologuing, just like, give me a reason why I shouldn't shoot you. Give me a reason. Me and my whole theater were just like, if you don't blow her freaking brains out, no. He fucking monologues with her, Captain McMonologue, and next thing you know, he gets knocked out. Now he's just tied up with his wife and shit. This is, oh, God. I just hate when people make dumb decisions in horror movies when they kind of like, they don't even have to do that. Matter of fact, there was another example in the movie where they got out of the house and the strangers were like still in the house. One of them was in a little shack next to the house. But when they got out of the house and they could have just, instead of going in the shack, they could have just escaped, went through the woods and they just would have escaped and the movie would have been over. They could have did that. There was no reason to go into the shack at off. But the movie's got a movie, so that's why that happened. There's one more example I should give, just so you know that I don't give no shit about this movie. I don't want you to see it either, but there was another moment where they got into a vehicle and they could have escaped. They literally could have escaped. She was literally like, hit the wheel, Ryan, hit the wheel. And then out of nowhere, when he could have floored it, one of the strangers hits his car and shit, and now it's disabled, and now he's stuck. Yeah, he just should have floored it. I'm not gonna harp on this movie any longer because I feel The Stranger Chapter 1 is definitely one of those movies that you just really just wait till it comes straight on HBO Max. Hell, wait till all 3 chapters come on HBO Max. You gotta just watch this all together because I do not think it's worth the ticket price. I feel like it's kind of retread of the first Strangers from way back when. I haven't seen that movie in a while, but it's kind of just like some of these beats feel familiar enough that I'm like, you sure it's not a remake? That being said, I'm just gonna easily say that The Stranger Chapter 1 is easily a 3 out of 10, which means it's just meh. And then the movie ends with a to be continued, because there'll be a Chapter 2 that comes out later this year. So maybe we'll have 2 movies on our worst movies of 2024. Stranger Chapter 1 is officially in theaters tomorrow. You want to see it? You're not going to see it? Type below. Let me know. Talk about it. See you guys in the next video. As always, subscribe. Until next time.